So this is a really simple and easy, wait a minute, simple and easy? It's the same thing. My channel, it's Ashleigh here, and if you're new, welcome. I do a lot of DIYs, hauls, furniture flips, anything that has to do with home and lifestyle. Yes, I do it. So if you're interested in that, make sure you press on that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll always be up to date with my latest videos. And in this video today, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can transform that blessed placemat from the DIY, from the Dollar Tree into a wooden frame sign. So this is a really simple and easy, wait a minute, simple and easy? It's the same thing. This is a very simple and quick DIY for you guys, so let's get started. The main materials you're gonna need for this project are one blessed placemat, one 1x2x8 piece of wood, stain of your choice, Sawtooth hangers, and wood screws. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna take our 8.5 foot piece and we are going to mark out where we need to cut it. So our two side pieces are going to be longer than our top two pieces. After I've marked out where my side needs to be cut, I'm just going to take it to the miter saw and I'm going to cut my pieces. So if you don't have a miter saw, like I always tell you guys, you can go to your local Home Depot or Lowe's and they will cut out the measurements that you need for all of your pieces. Okay, so after I've done my cuts, I'm just going to come back onto the placemat here and make sure that I cut it to the correct size. Now we're going to start working on our top and bottom pieces. Now again, like I said, these pieces are going to be shorter than our side pieces, so they're going to fit inside of the side pieces. And you'll see what I'm talking about when we're actually putting it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my piece and I'm going to mark out where it needs to be. And then I'm also going to take my leveler and make sure that I have measured it correctly, both on the wood that I'm going to be cutting and my two side pieces. I'll have all the exact cut sizes that you need down below in the description. Okay, so now we have all our pieces cut and I'm just going to add them back onto the placemat just to make sure that the placement will be good. I like to show the knots of the wood. I just think it gives it more character. So I'm just going to make sure that if the piece has a knot, I'm going to have it facing the front. Okay, so now we're going to start to stain. What I like to do is combine weathered oak and dark walnut. I really think it creates a very nice stain. I'm going to put the weathered oak on first, and then I'm going to gradually add on my dark walnut. Okay, so now that my wood is dried and I sealed it with polyurethane, I'm just going to add it back to my placemat, making sure that I'm showing the full blessed portion of the placemat, and I'm going to make sure that my sides are fitting perfectly together before I actually nail the pieces together. Now, again, if you don't have a nail gun, you can definitely use wood screws and screw them into the sides. Alright, so now we're going to come back inside and I'm going to place the wood frame on top of the placemat, making sure that my blessed is nice and centered. And after you do this, you're just going to flip it over. Seriously, I had to do this part like 50 million times because it kept getting off center and everything, but you just want to be really careful when you're flipping it over. Now, after it's flipped over and I made sure that it's centered, I'm going to take my drill and start to drill my holes and add my screws. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys my little oopsie. I was putting too much pressure onto the nail and I ended up poking a hole into the placemat, which this can definitely happen to you. So just be really, really careful when you are screwing your screws in. So I basically just finished screwing this screw and then I flipped it over and I pressed back what I poked through. And then after I pressed that back, I just let it sit for a little bit and then I'm just going to take my glue gun and I'm just going to glue any flaps that aren't, that I didn't put wood screws on, because using this glue is perfectly fine. And then after I did that and made sure everything was nice and secure, I'm just going to turn it back around and we're going to fix the little part on the side that you can see there on the bottom right. I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm just going to lightly dab that area so that, you know, it can return back to the black color that it should be, and then it fixed it pretty well, so you couldn't see it after I was finished with that. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add the Sawtooth hanger part to the back. I'm just going to eyeball it where it should be in the center, use my drill, add my screws, and then we're all finished. So I totally forgot to film my outro. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!